Hello everyone, welcome to another Train Sim World 2 stream. Today we are going to be on the LGV Mediterranee. We're going to be doing a service in the rain. So we're going to be doing that service there here momentarily. Alright. We'll get in here and get set up. Now I was going to try to do the safety systems. I'm not too confident with those just yet, so we're going to keep those off. We're just going to run our service, get it done, that sort of thing. So, yeah. Once I feel a little bit more confident with the safety systems on the LGV or the TGV train itself, then that's something I can maybe do another time. But we'll just go through this one. So anyway, all right, here we go. All that's set up. Service retention button. Get the pantograph up. Cursor on. Clear that light. This light on. I always like to put a little bit of light over here on this one, and a little bit over here. So we're starting from Avignon. There's our train station still. Got the horn there. So yeah, as soon as we get the all clear, we'll be on our way. Oh, you know what? I need to charge up the brakes. There we go. Now I have tried the, I guess you can call it the cruise control. Didn't really care for it too much. Did not keep things slow or within the speed limit. There was a bit of overspeeding. I'm not sure. But anyway, we'll just keep everything manually. So there's technically, Well, yeah, there's 3 stations, although there's some small stations along the way that are not in use. We just stopped here, or where we left, Aix-en-Provence, and then Marseille is the. So those 3 locations are your only stops on this route. It's very quick. It takes about half an hour, give or take. But we will, once we leave Aix-en-Provence, we'll, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Or is Aix-en-Provence? Anyway, we're, once we leave there, we will go through a power change. We're going to lower the pantograph, reset that, we'll do some reset stuff, and then we'll go on into Marseille. So should be a fairly straightforward. Don't expect any red lights along the way, anything like that. Since we have the safety systems not engaged, should be a very. I don't turn on the. So essentially all the services on here, you have 2 of the trains together. And we're going to be going up and down the hills as well. There's the. Now you can turn on. Overall, there's cab lights, so you can kind of see everything in here. You can take this door down into the side hallways there. You can turn on lights for that as well. The corridor there, and then also you have. This is where all your systems are for your safety, TVM, but yeah. I mean, really everything's kind of already set up, so you don't really have to go in there and do anything with that necessarily. But we don't need that whole cab light on. The desk light is more than sufficient. There is a blind. It does cover all the way down to there. Some light industrial areas on this route for most of the part, but once we get into our first stop, you'll see more of it. Villages, rural city, rural town kind of situation. Really good scenery, I think, overall. Although we go so fast, it's hard sometimes to really enjoy it. But this was the most recent route that was put out for the game. Yeah, so whatever's on top, we'll before I end the stream, we'll go all the way back out to the main list. Whatever's on top is the most recent route, I believe. So this was the newest route that came out after the release of the game. Everything else we had gotten, for the most part, was all Preserve Collection stuff. So now that the entirety of the Preserve Collection from Train Sim World 2020 has been released for use in the game, their attention has now gone to fixing some minor some of the issues that have been brought up since the release of Train Sim World 2, and also the upcoming DLCs like Southeastern High Speed and everything else that's on the roadmap. Not everything that's being released this year for the game is developed by Dovetail Games. They have a couple of outside companies that are creating content for the game. So it's but everybody's looking forward to. Well, it'll be a week from today for me that Southeastern High Speed will be available. The UK folks will get it midnight their time, which is 7 o'clock on the East Coast. So it won't be available until technically on the 5th of February. So that's just the unfortunate impact of the time difference, because Dovetail Games is a European-based, in the UK company. So we're just zipping along here at 320 kilometers an hour, roughly 200 miles an hour, give or take, pretty close to it. There's the passenger cars here. We got two seating areas, upstairs and downstairs. They do also have, there's the bar car. Tail end, got the tail lights on there. But you can, certainly, you can walk around inside the cab there, and again, you can also take a ride as a passenger on the route. Spawn in, you just click as you want to kind of explore on foot, and once the train's there, you can hop in and wait for the service to start, and then ride the train. And you can sit wherever you want. Thank you to my one viewer for coming in. Appreciate it. Hopefully you'll find this enjoying. Later today we will be on the Oakville subdivision. We're going to be doing a scenario with the GP9RM called Break It Down. We're going to break down some freight cars, put them where they need to go for further processing or whatever. So that should take, I think, roughly about an hour or so to do. Oh yeah. But so we're going to start seeing the gone a little too far on the slowing down. Yeah, I did. So basically what will happen is we'll start to see a gradually stepped down reduction in speed as we get into Aix-en-Provence. The next one will be from 300 to 270 and then 240, and it'll start to, you know, I think then our top speed will be 170 for a bit. Zoom in on the dials there. Our brake pressure's right there at the top. So you do have a power brake here and a regular air brake, which is right there, the train brake. Alright, so now that's flashing, so we gotta start slowing down to 270. We should get I'm going to apply some brake now. Alright, from 270, we're going to go down to 230. And all that has to be done before we hit that next green light. We're going to go below that because we're going uphill now. So the 200 will be the next one. Or is it 210? No, it's 200, yeah. 170 coming up. Now it's very easy, I've done it before, trying to find your braking points can be a bit difficult coming into the station. You know, you want to try to carry as much speed as possible. Yeah, see, we just hit 170. But if you don't brake soon enough, you will overshoot or run the risk of running a red light there at the end of the station platform. I've done it before. Kind of embarrassing. But yeah. So it's that distance will eat up very quickly. So basically, yeah, when that goes like that, that means there's a red at the end. So there is a red light right past our stop point. So we don't want to go blaring through the station. And once we stop here and we change our passengers, you know, let people on, let people off, whatever, we will see our next, we'll have a via route, which is the power change location. That's not too far from the stop here. Now, last time when I did this in the rain, going the opposite direction, going towards Avignon, where we started from, once I left here, it started to snow. It was raining at first, and then the snow started. So let's see once we go further on, what the how that's going to look. So we're going to get here in time. Get our passengers. So our train fits just perfectly for the passenger service. There is some some ability to do a non-stop service, but it's been kind of difficult to find those. I think there's a scenario where you actually get to do a non-stop service one direction or the other. I can't remember which one, but yeah. But generally you will stop here at Aix-en. Alright, we're going to get the doors closed. Alright. There goes that green light. So 12 kilometers to the power changeover location. That's going to be in a tunnel. So 170 is our, of course, our limit right now, but it's going to jump up here to 300. We're going to try to close that distance fairly quickly for the power change location so that we're arriving into Marseille on time. Now, there was a lot of hype for this route, of course, when it first came out, or when they were talking about it being released, because this was something we hadn't had before. Well, we've had high-speed trains, but this was it's so far the fastest. It's also the longest route, just beating Sandpatch Grade. I think Sandpatch Grade was, at the time, the longest route we had in the game, I think. But this is the longest route. It's over 60-something kilometers in length. So if you're trying to rack up your miles, you do some services on here, you're getting 120 kilometers, give or take, maybe a little over 120 every point along the way. With 2 services, I mean, it racks up the... Oh, I guess I was speeding. Or I am speeding. Oops. We're going to be in this tunnel. We should be almost done there. The power change is right there. Yep. It is easy to speed. Now, the trick to that's going to be, though, if I had the safety systems on, if I was speeding, it would have apparently created all kinds of unnecessary drama. So we're trying to avoid that. Oh, I better slow down even more because we got a 140 coming up very quickly. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn off the circuit breaker. We're going to lower the pantograph. And then I believe we go from switching it to LGV to DC or AC. Let's see, it'll tell us here shortly. Okay, so we're going to raise the pantograph again. And we're going to re-engage the circuit breaker, and we're going to reset the system. And we're all set. So we won't see any more of the speed limit notifications going into Marseille. We're just going to follow the speed limits as they're posted here on the route. Oh, I did go back on the 185, the scenario or the service I did yesterday evening on Rhine-Ruhr-Austin. Apparently, the issue was I was speeding. That's what tripped off the PZB all those times along the way. I went through a second time just to make sure I didn't missing anything. But yeah, that's what happened. I was in fact speeding through some of those areas, so I was able to complete it without any PZB issues the second time around. So yeah, lesson learned. Watch the speeds. Yeah, so that's what happened. So yeah, here we are coming into Marseille. Can't see much of it because of the rain and the fog. Marseille, of course, is the starting point, so there's a yard there for train storage, and then also this is the yeah, I think if you leave Marseille you could take this train all the way to Paris, I think, if I remember correctly. So this route seemingly is the first to have some kind of almost like a dynamic weather situation. Like I said, going from rain to snow. That's something that I think that they are looking at how they can implement dynamic weather in the game. You know, maybe it's sunny for a little while, and then the clouds come in and it starts raining, or it's raining and it starts snowing, or you know, it's snowing and then it stops snowing, and you know. I'm gonna miss my 30 here. Now there are services that you can do, bringing one of these trains into service. So you would take it from the over here, the storage yard, bring it into one of the empty station areas there, or you would take it out of service. You would take it from the station, come across here, and then park it over here. Just something interesting to do, something different. So now we may be a little bit late coming into Marseille. I mean, we're at 14:54, almost at 14:55. Well, yeah, we might be just a smidge late, but maybe not. We'll see. We might be just in time. We get the doors open. But yeah, once we do that, but I'll show you, you know, the list, how it's broken down so far with the routes when you know, the main screen there. For those of you who haven't seen everything and how we pick the routes. No, we're gonna be just a bit late. So we are in Marseille now. I really like the design of the station. It's really beautiful. Did a really good job, I think, capturing the essence of the station. All right. Yeah. And you got the boards here. We'll talk about so that we just arrived from there. So the train did come from Paris. We picked it up in Avignon and just arrived in Marseille. You have this service that's departing, going to Avignon at 15:03 hours. So theoretically, I could take that. I could hop out of this train once we're done with the passengers, run over here, run down the line, pick up that service, and take that service up to Avignon if I wanted to. Don't need the wipers on anymore. Lock the door. Use the lights. Alright, so there we are. And that's that. 35 minutes. Not bad. So there we go. Alright, almost said that concludes. So we'll just take a look out here real quick. And then go to the main menu. All right, and then all the way out. So when the Southeastern High Speed comes out, it'll be just above LGV Mediterranee. Before that, Hauptstrecke Munich to Augsburg was the more recent route. But yeah, so everything below here, actually below London Underground, this is all the reserve collection stuff. And then, so for new, we had, once the route was released, we had Isle White first, then Munich to Augsburg, and then now LGV Mediterranee, soon to be Southeastern High Speed. And after that, we'll see what the releases are going to be as things go moved into upcoming and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's it for this video. I will see you later this afternoon on Oakville Subdivision. All right, take care.